Welcome to Franklin Templeton's Global Investment Perspectives. I'm Jeanette Simmons, and speaking with me today is Mr. Par Rostom, Portfolio Manager for the Franklin International Growth Fund. Par, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Jeanette.
Absolutely. We've heard you say that the driving concept for the Franklin Global Large Cap Investment Team is simply seeking out high-quality, sustainable growth companies. Can you paint that picture with a little bit more detail?
Sure. Franklin Global in New York, we are looking for companies that grow sustainably in terms of free cash flow over time. We are looking for companies that have a track record of reinvesting the free cash flow they generate into the business organically or otherwise in doing acquisitions. We go back in the history of the company to make sure that we appreciate that the drivers of free cash flow are sustainable. And we also make sure that these are indeed quality companies. So we look at the returns profile for the companies historically, and we project that profile looking at 3 to 5 years. So we look at metrics such as return on equity, we look at metrics such as return on invested capital, ROE or ROIC, and we also make sure that we appreciate that the corporate governance is best in class. Once these metrics in terms of free cash flow, in terms of returns are met, that's when we would be interested in investing in the companies.
So, Par, looking at Franklin International Growth Fund portfolio and your approach, it appears quite a bit different from most international growth managers. Can you talk a bit about the benefits of a more concentrated portfolio, which is a hallmark of the fund?
Sure. The concentrated portfolio, first off, allows our analysts, we have our analysts about 16 years average experience, 8 years on the team. It allows our analysts to focus on names. So each analyst covers 5 to 10 names, which is quite different from what one would get elsewhere. So our analysts have, like as I said earlier, are intimately familiar with the growth trajectory, with basically by and large the material issues that have impacted the companies or will impact the companies looking out. And that allows us to be nimble such that if the market decides to focus on issues that are transient to the company or not material for the long term of the company, that allows us to take advantage of that.
Par, thank you so much for those insights. We very much appreciate the time you spent today speaking with us.
Thanks for having me, Jeanette.
Absolutely. And thank you for watching Franklin Templeton's Global Investment Perspectives.